Imagine carrying the weight of an entire city's hockey dreams on your shoulders, knowing that 20,000 fans pack Rogers Arena every night, believing you're their ticket to glory, while whispers about your future echo through every corridor and conversation. Now, imagine admitting publicly that your deepest, darkest fear isn't injury, isn't failure, isn't even losing. It's the terrifying possibility that you might not be good enough for the people counting on you. This is the raw, unfiltered reality that Quinn Hughes just revealed, and it's shaking Vancouver to its core. The 25-year-old captain of the Vancouver Canucks didn't just open up about contract speculation or trade rumors in his recent interview with Sportsnet. He peeled back the layers of what it means to be the face of a franchise, exposing a vulnerability that most superstars would never dare acknowledge. But Hughes isn't most superstars. He's a leader grappling with expectations, legacy, and the crushing weight of perfectionism that defines elite athletes. With 2 years remaining on his 6-year, $47.1 million contract, Hughes finds himself at the center of a swirling storm of speculation. The hockey world can't stop talking about the possibility of a Hughes family reunion in New Jersey, where his brothers Jack and Luke are already making waves with the Devils. It's the kind of storyline that writes itself: 3 brothers, all elite NHL talents, potentially skating together for the same organization. But here's what makes this situation absolutely fascinating. Hughes isn't running from the speculation or getting defensive about it. Instead, he's doing something far more intriguing. He's completely shifting the narrative. While everyone else obsesses over where he might play, Hughes is laser-focused on how he's playing right now. The noise hasn't been too big. I don't think that will be the noise, Hughes stated with the confidence of someone who truly understands what pressure looks like. I think the noise will be if we lose 3 in a row, or if we lose the first 2 games of the season. We're going to have to stay mentally strong. This isn't just media training talking. This is a captain who recognizes that external speculation means absolutely nothing if his team can't perform when the lights are brightest. What Hughes revealed about his deepest fears cuts to the heart of what separates good players from great ones and great players from legends. His admission that his biggest stress comes from putting so much pressure on myself. Making sure I'm doing everything I need to do for the team isn't weakness, it's the engine that drives excellence. And not having a year where I'm not doing the things I want to do, Hughes continued, his words carrying the weight of someone who's experienced both triumph and the sting of falling short of his own impossibly high standards. That's my biggest fear, anyone's biggest fear. Think about that for a moment. This is a player who struggled to 76 points last season while missing 14 games. Numbers that would be career highs for most NHL defensemen. Yet Hughes views it as a disappointment because it fell short of his career best 92 points from the previous season. That's not arrogance, that's the mindset of someone who refuses to accept anything less than his absolute best. But that's what always makes me push and keeps me hungry. I never think I'm good enough, so that always motivates me, Hughes revealed, inadvertently explaining the psychology behind sustained excellence in professional sports. Let's put Hughes' supposedly disappointing 2024-25 campaign into perspective. While his point production dropped from his Norris Trophy-winning performance, he still managed to earn another nomination for the league's top defenseman award. In most circles, that would be considered a resounding success. For Hughes, it represents unfinished business. The 16-point drop from his career high might seem significant on paper, but context matters. Hughes battled through injuries that cost him more than a dozen games, yet still managed to be Vancouver's most reliable offensive weapon from the blue line. His ability to quarterback the power play, transition the puck from defense to offense, and create scoring chances remained elite level throughout the season. But here's what makes Hughes special. Those 76 points weren't enough for him. That Norris Trophy nomination wasn't enough. The constant praise from coaches, teammates, and analysts wasn't enough. He wants more, not for personal accolades, but because he understands that his individual success is directly tied to his team's championship aspirations. Vancouver Canucks president Jim Rutherford perfectly captured the delicate nature of Hughes' situation when he acknowledged that obviously Quinn's future is very important to this franchise and to this city. That statement carries enormous weight. It's an admission that the organization's championship window might hinge on keeping their superstar defenseman happy and committed. Rutherford's follow-up comment reveals the organization's approach to this high-stakes situation. At the end of the day, he doesn't have to make a decision yet. Sometimes in life, you think one thing one month and another thing the next month. This isn't just diplomatic corporate speak, it's recognition that forcing a decision or creating additional pressure could backfire spectacularly. The Canucks are playing a patient game, betting that their on-ice success and organizational culture will speak louder than any family reunion storyline. When Hughes told Elliot Friedman, "I've really enjoyed Vancouver. I'm very grateful," followed by, "I'll answer that with my actions next summer," he revealed more about his mindset than perhaps he intended. This isn't a player who's already mentally checked out or counting down the days until free agency. This is someone who's genuinely torn between competing loyalties and influences. The phrase "answer that with my actions" suggests that Hughes views the upcoming season as an audition, not just for himself, but for the entire organization. If Vancouver can build on last season's success, if they can make a legitimate playoff push, if Hughes can return to his Norris Trophy caliber form, then those actions might speak louder than any family considerations. What makes Hughes' situation particularly compelling is how his approach to handling pressure is influencing his teammates. By openly acknowledging his fears while refusing to be distracted by speculation, he's modeling the kind of mental toughness that championship teams require. His comment about staying mentally strong when facing adversity isn't just personal philosophy, it's a roadmap for how the entire organization should approach the season. When your captain is more worried about letting his teammates down than he is about contract negotiations or trade rumors, it sets a tone that resonates throughout the locker room. Behind all the speculation and psychology lies a simple truth. The Canucks' championship aspirations likely depend on Hughes reaching his peak performance level this season. With a core group that includes established veterans and emerging young talent, Vancouver has assembled a roster capable of making serious noise in the playoffs. Hughes understands this reality better than anyone. His fear of not living up to his own standards isn't just personal anxiety. It's recognition that his individual performance could be the difference between another early playoff exit and a legitimate Stanley Cup run. As the new season approaches, Hughes faces the ultimate test of leadership and character. Can he block out the external noise while channeling his internal pressure into elite performance? Can he lead Vancouver deeper into the playoffs while simultaneously proving to himself that he's worthy of the expectations placed upon him? The beauty of Hughes' situation is that success in one area naturally leads to success in the other. If he plays at his ceiling and helps Vancouver achieve their goals, the contract and location questions become much easier to answer. If he falls short of his own standards, those external pressures will only intensify. Hughes has laid his cards on the table with refreshing honesty. His biggest fear isn't about money, location, or family. It's about failing the people who believe in him. In a sports world often dominated by manufactured drama and empty platitudes, that level of genuine vulnerability is both rare and inspiring. The stage is set for one of the most compelling individual storylines in hockey. Will Hughes conquer his fears and lead Vancouver to new heights, or will the pressure prove too much to bear? Either way, we're about to witness something special unfold. Are you ready to see how this psychological chess match plays out on the ice? Share your predictions in the comments below, and hit that like button if you believe Hughes has what it takes to turn his fears into fuel for greatness.